Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Ryan Tannehill and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Matt Corral and the New Orleans Saints.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two... Squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Bringing them out, CD, in his second year now out of Texas A&M. Here's Kellen Mond.
And when Kellen Mond left College Station, he held most of Texas A&M's passing records, total yards, passing yards, touchdowns, you name it. And then he went to the NFL draft in 2021 on the heels of being the 2021 Senior Bowl MVP. And the Vikings took him in the 3rd round that year. NFL arm strength at his best when he loosens up in the pocket and lets his talents flow.
He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2nd and 11 now. Mond out of the shotgun. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a 1st down. So a good grab there. And here's a guy, he had to learn the offense quick, just picked up as a free agent earlier this week.
And usually there's a connection, isn't there? A past coach, someone from the front office who knew him from before and thought that he could help this team.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mond looks to throw. That's going to be complete to Trinity Benson. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's Mond. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Chandler. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing for him.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jakeem Grant, 31 yards. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. So here are the Falcons now as they get set for their opening possession. They'll be led out by the NFL's Comeback Player of the Year in 2019, and that's Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. They run it with Chandler. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler. They get him to the ground.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mon to the air on 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Up the middle they go. It's Chandler, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Mon going to throw it. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Chandler. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Mon. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bent a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Touchdown, Falcons! Isaiah McKenzie, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Finding room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Far out in front.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
On 2nd and 10, Mon got his man. It's Bo Melton. Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. He finds Wilson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Channing Tindall. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Mond's throw pulled in by Melton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. That's Grant. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Mon. On the move to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. seconds of the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line. So the same result, and he opted for the touchback. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. All right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill now to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now a give right side. It's Chandler, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Chandler. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The fullback wide. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Chandler. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
On 1st down, Tannehill. This one finds Wilson downfield. Touchdown, Falcons! Garrett Wilson with his... After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a handoff to Chandler. And some room to work. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 61 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Up the middle they go. It's Chandler. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Rolling to his right. He's got a man, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give him 32 on the play. They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Here's Chandler on second down. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll keep it on the ground. Chandler, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw, Tannehill. Looking for the out route here, and it's completed to Kirk. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From the red zone now, Tannehill. This is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Christian Kirk, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now a handoff up the middle. Chandler. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. the middle they go. It's Chandler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On second down now, it's Chandler, and he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And quickly, they get to the line. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They'll run on first down. Chandler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Now with his third touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility.
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Saints, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A.